Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video in the Kentucky Adventure Tour series. This is day 3 for me out here, Main 1, hard trail number 2. Let's get it.
It's gonna be legend, wait for it, dairy.
Alright, so when you guys first get into hard 2, there's another name for this road too. It's called Wild Dog Creek Trail. It is just a regular dirt road, gravel road. There's a couple houses scattered throughout, not too many of them. I'm assuming once I stop seeing houses and cabins, that's when the road and the trail is probably going to start to deteriorate. But right now, it's not bad at all. I can already tell this trail is more slick than the previous ones I've been on. The clay is just really wet and just really slippery. This section of the trail, we're heading downhill, and there's a couple of these like shelf steps. There's not huge drop-offs, so nothing too exciting. 13-degree pitch, not too bad. It just got to another intersection. Looks like we need to stay right. So if you go left, it says Ernestville Road to Cat Hard 2. Obviously we want to stay on Cat Hard 2, so we're going to go right. So that looks like it's probably just a back way into the hard trail too. So maybe this would be like an official start to it. You know, everything that we've done so far hasn't been bad. That is a lot of water. Is that a river? Looks like a river. Looks like the trail picks up just on the other side of it. Sturgeon Creek is the name of that crossing right there. So it's not even a river, it's just a creek. And now we're heading uphill. Little mud section that's choose your own adventure. A little bit into this trail, I stumbled upon this cemetery. It's probably an old family cemetery. I always think these are awesome to find when you're out on the trail. Obviously people are not respectful because look at all the garbage that's out here. I mean, there's just tons of it. probably should try to pick some of it up, but I don't have a bag big enough for all this. But I just want to take a look, see how old some of these headstones are. Dan Markham, 1876, 1906. That's the one thing I've noticed back in the day. People did not live very long. If you made it to 40 or 50 years old, you know, 200 years ago, you were doing pretty good. I'm gonna come out here, you know, just be as respectful as you can. I mean, obviously, this is where, these are people's final resting places. So it's heartbreaking to see all this trash just kind of littered throughout here. W.C. Smith, February 12th, 1880. August 31st, 1937. In the Lord have I put my trust. It's like a tree came down on the fence there. Obviously this place does not get maintained at all because it's completely overgrown. But still really cool to see. This portion of hard 2 opens up into this big meadow area. It's not anything hard. There's decently deep water holes through parts of this trail, but not anything very difficult. It's more beautiful than anything, but maybe we'll get to some hard stuff pretty soon. That meadow area, got into some trees and some really tight areas. Oh, and mud, we found mud. We found some deep mud. Well, we're kind of buried, and I don't want to just keep spinning my tires because it's just going to drop my axles even further, so I'm just going to winch to the tree. Play it safe. I didn't think I was going to have any trouble with this, but it's that mud that literally you sink into and it just grabs you. It's like I put my boot down in there and I kept sinking, tried to pull my boot out, and my foot came and my boot stayed. Oh yeah, we're actually pretty buried to the front axle there. So that's why you always have a winch. All right, that pulled me out most of the way. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let off slack on that one. I'm just gonna take it, I'm gonna run it to that tree up there. That way I can get straightened out a little bit. So just a word of advice, if you guys are going into a mud hole that you don't feel too great about, see if there's a tree right in front of it. Typically, if there's a tree lined up somewhere in front of that mud hole, I feel a little bit more confident knowing I have a place that I can hook a winch line up to and pull myself out. I'm starting to see why they give this trail a hard rating, just because some of this mud is so thick. So I'm in this area, it's almost like a scramble area where there's multiple different lines that you can take. I tried to go through this one in the woods here because it didn't look like the water was all that deep, but there's two really tight trees that I'm not going to be able to squeeze through. So let's try one of these other routes. All right, after looking at my three options, I'm going to go to the right, which is the trail through the woods. It's a little bit more open than that other one. There is a water hole at the end of it with a little bit of a climb out. I think I can make it. It doesn't look like it's too deep. I stick tested it, and it does seem like it has a relatively hard bottom. So we'll try it out, give it a go. Well, it took a few bumps, but we finally got up and over it. This is what I'm not a fan of. Mud and no winch points. Yeah, I'm not really I'm gonna take a look, but we'll see which one looks the best. I just got done with that mud section. Looks like we're back onto some regular trails now. I can feel the mud on my tires as they're turning. It's just, you can feel that extra weight on there. So hopefully we can hit a water hole or two that doesn't have mud in it and just kind of get these tires cleaned off a little bit. We got to be getting pretty close to the end of part 2. We're heading back downhill now. Nothing too crazy. A little off camber, but nothing a Jeep can't handle. We're almost done. I guess I was mistaken. Again, kind of choose your own adventure. I'm going to get out and take a look and see which way looks best. I've said it before in previous videos, if you guys do not have Onyx, I would not attempt this trail. And when you do get Onyx, make sure you download the GPX coordinates, just because if you get out here, 90% chance you're not going to have cell phone reception. I've actually had better reception on this trail than I've had on the previous couple that I've ran in this series. But still, you never want to take that chance, so just make sure you download Onyx and just download the GPX files for the Cat. I'm in an area right now that it's got quite a bit of mud, but it's also got a main trail that goes kind of weaves in and around the mud. So we're just staying on the main trail, trying not to get stuck. Ooh, that was a little bit of a dip down. Whew. Was not expecting that. So this is definitely one of those trails that you want to get out, map out which way you want to go. I mean, there's this line, there's this line, there's 3 other lines over there. I stick tested this one. This one doesn't look too bad, so we're gonna come down through this way. Guys, this is why you stick test holes before you get into them. Check this out. Not deep. A little bit deeper. Okay. Oh, there's the spot. Look how deep that is. Let's put that up next to my tire. I bet you that would bury my tire. It's a 37-inch tire. And yeah, it's about to my fender. So that hole would have swallowed my Jeep. So not going that way. I gotta find another way around. Man, if mud is your pleasure, have I got a trail for you. Hard 2 on the Cat. You know, I didn't think this hole was going to be that bad. I don't feel like I'm stuck on anything either. I'm hung up on my rear diff, so I'm just going to pull line. The Gladiators, it's a great platform. It's great for overlanding. But for stuff like this, I really wish I had the JKU out here. It would handle trails like this a lot easier. It's lifted higher, and the departure angle is what got me on that last obstacle on this Gladiator here. And that's what usually gets me, that and the breakover. Guys, I think I see civilization, or at least bright skies, blue skies and a fence. I think we're just about the end to hard 2. Alright guys, we're at the very end of Main 1, hard trail number 2 on the Cat, the Kentucky Adventure Tour. It is a very muddy trail. It will take you a couple of hours to get through. There are some mud holes that if you do not stick test, they will probably swallow your vehicle. So try to bring a friend with you if you can. Obviously I'm out here by myself, so don't follow what I do. But make sure you at least have a winch with you as well. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. We will catch you guys in the next one.